Here's something that'll mess with your head. Right now, at this exact moment, there's a machine somewhere making a choice about your future, and you have zero clue it's happening. Look, I get it. You're busy. Life's crazy. There's always some new drama to scroll through. But while you've been distracted, everything changed. We're talking about machines that predict what you'll do before you do it, weapon systems that choose their own targets, and a shadowy tech company that's built a digital map of nearly every American alive. By the time this video ends, you're going to see three things. First, a surveillance network so deep it makes your phone's tracking look like child's play. Second, an army of intelligent machines that don't need humans to pull the trigger anymore. And third, robots walking into your home, learning your routine, and replacing your job. None of this is coming. It's already live. Let's go. Forget the robots for a minute. There's this company. Maybe you've heard the name, maybe not. Palantir. They've built something called Gotham, and this thing sees everything. It vacuums up information from more than 700 different databases. Your travel records, bank statements, medical files, cell phone pings, even data that companies sell about you without your knowledge. Then it stitches it all together into one massive digital twin of your entire life. And once you're inside that system, there's no delete button. Between 2023 and 2025, Palantir's tech-powered Lavender, an AI system that assigned danger ratings to tens of thousands of people. 37,000 individuals got flagged for military action. Just this year, April 2025, the US government handed Palantir $30 million to upgrade immigration enforcement tracking. Their CEO said something wild. These algorithmic warfare systems, they're basically tactical nukes now. No one's auditing this. No one's checking if it's right or wrong. It just decides who's dangerous, who gets watched, who gets targeted. And that system, it's the foundation for every killer robot you're about to meet. Picture a fighter jet screaming through the air at speeds that would black out any human pilot. But when you look at the cockpit, nobody's home. The US military just went public with their plan to deploy 1,000 AI-controlled fighter jets by 2030. The first one's already flying. It's called the Fury. Built by Anduril, this thing is basically invisible to enemy radar, can fly thousands of miles without refueling. And here's the crazy part. It picks its own targets. No human approval needed. There's another drone, the XQ-67A, that commands entire fleets of smaller attack drones. It sees 360 degrees at all times, rewrites its own tactics in real time, and every mission it flies, it learns. Then you've got the Valkyrie, already flying right next to our F-35s. One Air Force commander said, "Imagine an F-35, just no pilot inside. It carries live munitions in an internal weapons bay." But here's where it gets really unsettling. They're testing one human operator controlling 8 of these Valkyries at the same time. What happens when that human can't keep up? The drones don't wait. The AI just takes over, makes the call, fires the weapon. A company called Shield AI just unveiled the X-Bat. Doesn't even need a runway. Launches straight up like a helicopter, then transitions into jet mode mid-air. Flies over 2,000 miles and runs on software called HiveMind, which lets it think independently even if it loses radio contact. Meaning if you cut the signal, it doesn't stop. It keeps hunting. This isn't a prototype. This thing is operational right now. Meet the S-70 Hawk, the world's first fully self-flying helicopter. No pilot, no remote operator, just the machine. It hauls 10,000 pounds of cargo into places where sending humans would be a suicide mission. And if enemy forces jam its communications, doesn't even flinch. The AI just recalculates and finishes the job. But Anduril's not stopping there. On the ground, the Roadrunner, a robot that tracks enemy movements and calls in airstrikes all by itself. Deep underwater, Dive LD and Dive XL submarines that patrol for weeks without surfacing, dive to 20,000 feet, and here's the kicker, they're armed. These subs create what the military calls an underwater kill chain. Detect, track, engage, all automated. On the surface, companies like Saronic are launching crewless warships, AI vessels that can stay at sea for months. Every system, air, sea, underwater, land, they're all being linked together through Anduril's master AI called Lattice. One giant coordinated brain that makes battlefield decisions across entire war zones. By 2030, the Pentagon could have over 1,000 robot jets, fleets of autonomous subs, ground assault machines, all networked together, all learning in real time, and all deciding who lives and who doesn't. But the battlefield isn't the only place being taken over.
You have a package notification.
What if I told you Amazon has a quiet plan to make over 500,000 jobs disappear? July 2025, Amazon deployed their 1 millionth warehouse robot. 1 million. They built an AI system called Deep Fleet, basically air traffic control for robots, cutting their movement time by 10%. Their newest warehouse in Louisiana, 30% fewer human workers. One warehouse, hundreds of jobs gone. Now imagine that across every facility Amazon operates. Leaked internal documents revealed Amazon's endgame: automate 75% of operations by 2033. That could eliminate the need to hire more than 600,000 people, jobs that just vanish into code. They've got a robot called Blue Jay. Multiple arms, works in tight spaces, scales up or down. Then there's Vulcan, a machine that doesn't just see objects, it feels them. Works as fast as any human, but never needs a break. 20 hours a day. Amazon also runs a robotics lab outside Boston where machines load, lift, scan, and sort products non-stop. 24 hours, 7 days, 0 injuries, 0 complaints. The human version of that job? Extinct. But warehouse bots are one thing. The real shift is happening with machines that look like us. You've probably seen Boston Dynamics Atlas doing backflips. Well, that was just the audition. Late 2024, Atlas started doing actual labor, moving engine parts using machine learning vision. No preset instructions, just figuring it out. Then, August 2025, everything shifted. A single neural network now controls Atlas's entire body. Legs, arms, hands, all at once. Researchers tested it by messing with its tasks mid-action. Atlas adapted instantly. Powered by NVIDIA's Jetson Thor, Atlas is being tested inside Hyundai factories with plans for deploying tens of thousands. Every single day, this machine gets better at your job than you are. There's a startup called Figure AI, raised $675 million backed by Jeff Bezos, Microsoft, NVIDIA, and OpenAI, valued at $2.6 billion. Their robot, Figure 02, runs on the world's first vision language action model. You can say, "Hey, grab the spiky thing," and it'll identify a toy cactus it's never seen before and pull it out perfectly. October 2025, Figure 03, designed for your home. 9% lighter, soft fabrics, cushioned exterior, cameras in its palms. Charges wirelessly. It can pick up virtually anything small: toys, plates, laundry, books. Figure's robots are already working inside BMW's South Carolina plant. Plans call for 12,000 per year. So pretty soon, you might have one living in your house. It'll know where you keep your dishes. It'll memorize your routines. It'll anticipate your needs. Sleep tight. Enter the 1X Neo, 5 feet 6 inches, 66 pounds. Doesn't look intimidating, but it can lift 154 pounds. Way stronger than it looks. Operates at just 22 decibels, quieter than your fridge. Hands have 22 degrees of freedom, human-level dexterity. It can pick up an egg without cracking it. Cost? $20,000 up front or $499 a month. Delivery starts 2026. But here's the massive catch. The robot can't do any of this autonomously yet.
What?
Every task requires a remote human operator watching through its cameras. So you're paying 20 grand or 500 bucks a month so a total stranger can remote pilot a robot around your house while watching your entire life. Is that progress or a privacy nightmare? While robots learn to walk, cars are learning to drive themselves. Right now, today, Tesla vehicles are self-delivering. A new Model Y rolls off the line in Austin, cruises 15 miles through city streets, and parks itself in a customer's driveway. No driver, no remote pilot. Elon Musk called it the first true autonomous factory-to-customer delivery. But here's something even wilder. What if you owned a car that never needed charging? Meet Aptera, a 3-wheeled solar EV covered in panels. Generates enough energy from sunlight to drive 40 miles per day for free. The average American drives 37 miles daily, so realistically, you might never plug it in again. Its teardrop shape gets 10 miles per kilowatt hour, double what most EVs achieve. At CES 2025, Aptera showed its production-ready model. 50,000 people already reserved it. $1.7 billion in potential sales. Starting price, around 35 grand. Deliveries, late 2025. But self-driving sedans? That's just the opening act. The real economic earthquake is autonomous freight trucks. Right now, TuSimple, Waymo, and Aurora are testing fully driverless driverless big rigs that haul cargo coast to coast. The promise? Non-stop operation, increased safety, 30 to 40% cost savings. Except here's the human cost. 3.5 million professional truck drivers could lose their livelihoods. These are solid middle-class jobs, $45,000 to $75,000 a year. And it's not just drivers. Think about every small business that depends on trucking. Gas stations, diners, motels, repair shops, entire towns built around interstate commerce. Automating trucking could save corporations billions, but it could also hollow out entire regions of America. Once these trucks prove they work, they will replace human drivers, every single one. Robots don't ask for raises. Let's talk about something that feels like genuine progress. Remember when someone in a remote area needed emergency blood and it took hours? When people died waiting? That's over, thanks to silent drones flying over your neighborhood right now. The company's called Zipline, and they're literally saving lives every single day. Zipline's high-speed drones bring medical supplies, groceries, spare parts, whatever you need in 30 minutes. They've logged 100 million autonomous miles. That's like driving every road in America 24 times. Perfect execution, zero crashes, zero theft. The Zipline P2 system. A main drone cruises at 300 feet doing 70 miles per hour. When it reaches you, it deploys a smaller delivery droid on a tether, lowers your package into your yard, then zips back up. No loud buzzing, no lawn damage, no freaked out pets. Here's the emotional part. Zipline started in Rwanda, delivering blood to remote clinics in 30 minutes instead of hours by ambulance. The result? Infant mortality in Rwanda dropped by 51%. Let that land. Thousands of babies alive today because of drone delivery. Now they're scaling across America, currently live with Walmart in Arkansas and Texas. By 2026, 1 million deliveries per day. But here's the uncomfortable question. Imagine a million drones crisscrossing the skies every single day. Privacy concerns, noise complaints, airspace congestion, and the big one, delivery drivers losing their jobs. Every Zipline package is one less shift for a human driver. So yeah, it's saving lives, but it's also erasing livelihoods. So here's where we land. America's building the future faster than most people realize. AI-piloted jets patrolling the skies, delivery drones overhead, self-driving trucks on every highway, humanoid robots working and watching right beside us. It's thrilling, it's terrifying, and it's inevitable. But here's the thing that gives me hope. We're still asking the questions. The technology is here, that part's done. But how we regulate it, who it benefits, how we protect the people it displaces, that's still up to us. We get to decide if we build a future where AI works for humanity or one where humanity works for AI. Here are the questions we have to answer. Who actually profits from all this automation? What happens to the millions of workers these systems replace? Can we trust AI to make life or death decisions? And the biggest one, if a machine takes your job tomorrow, who should help you? The company that replaced you? The government? Or nobody? This conversation matters. Your voice matters. The future's going to belong to the people who see it coming and prepare for it. So, are you ready?